Another way you can work with Illustrator and Flash is to create stacked illustrations in Illustrator first before you get into Flash, so that way when you import, you can import them as keyframes. So let's see how to do this. I've created a side-by-side illustration, so let's go ahead and move it over to where I think it's going to look good. And now all of my illustrations are stacked one on top of the other. And I'm going to go ahead and just shorten this artboard because I don't even know if that's necessary, but just in case. So now that that artboard is shortened, we have our stacked illustrations one on top of the other. So now what we need to do, I'm going to go ahead and save this, and I'll save it as horse 2 and click save. And now in Flash, let's go ahead and see this method of doing things. So we'll go to insert new symbol. We're going to start by creating a brand new symbol. We'll call this MC horse. Make sure it's movie clip, and it's going to go into symbol editing mode. See how we're in MC horse right here and it says scene 1. So we're going to go to file, import, import to stage, and we're going to choose that specific horse file. And I think I must have, okay. So let's go ahead and choose, there it is. All right, so now we're going to leave everything the way we had it before, but this time we're going to actually import it all as keyframes. So it's going to put each illustration on its own keyframe. So I'll go ahead and click OK. And now if I move down, I should be able to see there's a frame by frame animation that I can work with. So let's go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. So now you can move these around. So I can click, hold shift, and click on the last one and kind of drag it where I want it to go. So I think it'd be nice to just have one frame because maybe he's going really fast. Okay, so again, click, hold shift, click the last one, and that just allows me to select both of them, and then click and drag to move it over. And then I'm going to click on the last frame and then click and drag. And then I do want to create one frame out here to put some separation between this final keyframe and the first keyframe. So to do that, I'll go to Insert, Timeline, Frame, or just hit F5 on my keyboard. So now that's going to create a good frame by frame animation. So if I go back out into my scene, that horse isn't on there, so I'm going to go ahead and create a new layer called horse. And go to the first frame of that layer and drag the horse movie clip onto the stage. Now obviously he's ginormous, so let's go ahead and make him a little bit smaller so we can have some depth. Alright, so that horse animation, let's go ahead and put him back on here for now so we can see what it looks like. Let's go ahead and Command Return or Control Enter. See how he's moving, his legs are moving a lot faster now. And then we just need to add that final tween. So it's already a movie clip, so just insert motion tween. And it added it on the stage. So we just need to say, or on the timeline. So in frame 1, the horse is here, so we need to move down to the very end and say by frame 1, or by this frame, say the horse moves a lot faster. By this frame, he should be over here. So the horse is gonna win first place. Looks like the dog or the turtle, I don't know why the turtle is gonna be, no, see, I lied, the horse has to be shorter, has to win. Okay, so the horse is gonna win, then the dog second, then the turtle third. So let's go ahead and preview this. Command Return. Okay, so now he's moving really quick and he has fast feet, so he might be a little too fast. So we can kind of adjust this. There we go, a lot better. So that's how to create another movie clip animation, frame by frame sprite animation inside of a movie clip, and it's a lot easier. The only thing you have to be aware of is that in mine, the horse is on a new layer. Each one is a new layer. So if you don't have them on new layers, it will not work for you. And don't worry about all these. These were just other illustrations that were originally on here. So I could delete those because they don't actually have anything on there. So anyway, having the horses each on their own layer allowed me to do that keyframe animation.